Hello, this is Lady Boulay, and I hope you're having a beautiful day. Thank you for your support. Thank you for all you do to support the channel. And yes, we are commanded to love one another, whether we want to or not, or whether we agree with each other or not. And I want to shout out No 8286, Mitchie 2, Fruit 17, Misty Lovebug, Denny Jones, Priscilla Smith, Joycelyn Fail, Love yourself always, and Cloud9 is fine. Thank you so much for supporting the channel. This man right here calls himself Pastor Joel Webbon. He is more or less an internet pastor. He calls himself a pastor, but I don't think his church has but 2 or 3 members. He's really somebody on the internet who's trying to make money on the internet by being controversial. And where do they find their controversy? With black people. So he's calling himself a Christian right, something like that, a white Christian nationalist or something like that. And so he did this video. I came across this video and I kind of thought it was hilarious. And I thought y'all would get a kick out of it because this man is not serious. Now, please do not for 1 minute consider this man as being a serious person because he is not. But you should get a kick out of what he's saying.
Is there anybody you wouldn't accept to come to your church?
Mainly black people. Just kidding. So back to the interracial marriage.
Well, boo hoo hoo. I'm sure that black people are just crying their eyes out because he doesn't want them to come to his little church of about 3 or 4 people where he can't preach. I bet you anything he doesn't know any Bible verses, and he can't sing. He can't rap. He can't sing country music. He can't play a professional sport. So what else is it for a lazy white person who doesn't want to work a real job except become an internet racist where he can make money and do a GoFundMe here and there talking about black people? That is the gift that keeps on giving for white people. And why? What are they getting out of it? Because black people have moved on. Black people have a whole thing going on with Caribbeans and Africans and not calling them African Americans. Black people are not even thinking about white people and certainly not thinking about going to anybody's church like that. And this Indian man, who is probably just as racist as the white man, knew that he was going to say, I don't want any black people there. He already knew that. That's why he asked that. He wouldn't ask him a question about Vivek Ramaswamy, somebody from his racial group, because then this is the very same man who told the people in Ohio not to vote for Vivek Ramaswamy because he was Indian and because he was a Hindu. So this Indian man pretty much knew that he wasn't going to say Indians because the Indians are not going to go to his church. Well, guess what? Black people are not either. So to say that was just internet fodder. You know, he wanted black people, I guess, to react to him. He wanted that to go viral so he could make more money. Because like I said before, he doesn't want to get a real job. And just to be clear, in case anybody was wondering, he doesn't have anything going on at his church that black people would want. The black church culture is built on spirit, rhythm, community, joy, and emotional intelligence. Joel Webbon's church is built on dry, monotone preaching, which is why he doesn't have many members, lifeless worship music. And one of my friends actually invited me to go to her church. And at that time, she was going to a white church, predominantly white church. And the preaching actually was okay because the preacher did preach from the Bible. So he did stick with the scripture, but I just couldn't take the music. I just could not take the music. And so I told my friend, and I was honest, I said the sermon itself was okay, but I couldn't take the music at this church. And, you know, black people don't like cold theology. Black people like to know how Jesus would act in present times. Black people like for the gospel to come alive. We don't like cold theology. And he probably preaches anti-black rhetoric, which is why his 2 or 3 members come there. They come there to hear that. whatever Christian nationalism is, because there is no such thing as Christian nationalism to a black person, at least to a black person like me. So black people aren't lining up to join his church or to visit his church or to hear any of his preaching. So when he says, I'd accept anybody except black people, ha ha ha, just joking. It's like not being invited to a party that you didn't want to go to anyway. So if I was going to characterize this man, I would call him a harmless hustler. His church is tiny. His offline influence is tiny because that's where he should be building his church. Offline. He can have an online presence, but he ought to have an offline church. And he does have one, but it's not thriving. His real audience is online. So he's not turning black people away from a mega church. He's not turning black people away from a thriving church or ministry. He's not even turning black people away from a community that black people would even want to join. This man is performing for the camera. He's performing for clicks. He's performing for the people who fund his ideology. And it's not exclusion, it's insecurity. These white people are scared about this country because they have focused on black people so much that they don't even know who's in the country now. And they can't get them out. I mean, good luck trying to get all of these non-white people out of this country. This is my belief. White people want black people to center them in whatever is going on, even if it's negative. They want black people to center them. That is the only way that they feel important. They bond over their disdain for black people, but they don't dislike black people. I don't know what it is they feel about black people, but it's not hatred. Because when you hate somebody, you don't watch them the way they watch black people. They watch everything we say. They watch everything we do. They watch every action. They pay more attention to us than they pay to their own people. So I don't know what that is. That's fixation. They have a fixation on black people that is not healthy. It is not healthy. They need to be more concerned about what's going on with this country because they can't do anything with Donald Trump. Donald Trump is doing the things that he wants to do or whatever it is somebody is telling him to do, and he doesn't care about these little people. He really doesn't. So they're focusing on us. So that goes to show just how small they are. They really need to get a life. White American people need to get a life, and they need to learn what is healthy and what is not healthy. A lot of them really, I think, need to be in therapy. But, I could be wrong. Anyway, y'all, let me know what you think about the video and have a good evening.